Start of the fourth quarter, St. John's 49, Seton Hall 42, but this is how the third quarter ended. St. John's was trying to hold for the final possession, but instead turned the ball over, and it results in a fast break play for Seton Hall.
Yeah, that's a big momentum swing, and now Seton Hall has the ball coming out to start this fourth quarter. Can they get a 2 or 3 and cut into this lead and get the momentum back on their side?
Ari Woodard, the freshman, has stepped in and getting some burn for Seton Hall. Done a good job so far.
Yeah, she's been a good spark at the end of that third quarter. Let's see how long Coach Mazzella goes with her. Again, that's just a tough angle for the pass right there. I'm not really sure what Seton Hall was trying to run there. But again, that's a crucial turnover.
So Valenzuela there trying to feed Savannah Jones down low. Abie's trying to break the pressure.
Good job there by Abie. Like, obviously she plays down low, but bringing the ball up, kind of relieving that pressure for her guard. So good job by her not turning the ball over there.
Joe Tartamella talked to us about Abie's, and there she is right there on the offensive glass. Couldn't get the putback, but Tartamella talked about how Abie's has the ability to wreck a game. That's the word choice that he had, which I thought was very apropos.
Yeah, that's a compliment, right? When you say, oh, she plays like a dude or she plays like a guy, that's a compliment. When you can wreck a game, that means you can come in there and you can just cause havoc for the other team.
Yep.
And that's what she's been doing today, and she's been doing that for, her stop here at St. John's. This is her first year here.
And I think she really brings the energy for them on both ends.
Yeah, good job there by Valenzuela. She had the double team, doesn't turn it over, able to draw the foul, but you see St. John's doing a double team on there, so now Seton Hall has to adjust. Right here, Savannah Jones should cut in like she did, and then Valenzuela has to be comfortable giving her the ball, kicking the ball out for 3 if they're going to throw a double team at her.
I think Coach Tartamella wanted to travel there, but
he had a valid argument.
Okay.
But you cannot appeal calls like that. Foul calls, travels. It's only who the ball goes off there, who the foul was on. So, again, he doesn't have a chance to appeal that. And, again, Seton Hall struggling today from the foul, and usually a very good free throw shooting team, 7 for 12 right now. So, again, they left some points on the board there.
Valenzuela makes the second.
Yes, that's a big shot for Seton Hall. Big couple minutes right here. Who's going to get the momentum? Is it going to be St. John's? Is it going to be Seton Hall?
And you see Seton Hall just trapping, but St. John's gets out of trouble.
Seton Hall staying in, I think it's that 2-3 zone, it looks like, right now, kind of giving St. John's a little bit of fits.
Abie's off on the jumper, but I believe they called a loose ball foul against Seton Hall.
Yeah, against Savannah Jones. Abie's takes the shot, and I think Lavelle did a great job of getting inside position, causing Savannah Jones to push her in the back. So good call by the officials right there, recognizing that.
St. John's clinging to the 6-point lead. 8:25 left in the fourth.
That's been a lot of this second half. They've been up 6, 8, 10.
Right.
Seton Hall hasn't been able to close in. That was the same thing against Creighton. They weren't able to get over that hump. So can they do that today, or is St. John's able to continue this lead and get a victory?
And remember, against Creighton, Seton Hall still got within 3 with about a minute left. Brookmore on the miss. Valenzuela with the rebound. Woodard going the other way.
Yeah, good defensive possession there by Woodard, too. She gave up some height against Brookmore, but was able to stay straight up. As you see the jumper here, not able to fall for Seton Hall.
Jayla Donald is yet to score for St. John's. She's 0 of 5 from the floor. Wyatt with the 3 ball. I'm telling you, she shoots threes. Don't leave her open.
She does. That's her, again, only her 5th on the season. 2 today in this game. So Seton Hall is going to give that up, and to her credit, she's stepping up and knocking it down.
Woodard gets it to go. Ari Woodard, the 5'8" freshman from Florida.
Great job by her there, but Seton Hall can't afford to exchange baskets right now. They got to lock in on the defensive end because St. John's is doing a great job knocking down shots when they need to.
Yeah, Samaya Wyatt, by the way, up to 20 points, 9 of 11 from the floor. Dominant.
Yeah, she is, and that's where that matchup, it was her, it was Codio, you know, playing that undersized 4-5 right now, and Wyatt's winning that battle, doing a great job knocking the shots down from the outside, and then obviously getting on the glass and getting some points on the inside.
I mentioned Donald hasn't scored yet. She has 5 assists, but she also has 6 turnovers, so this is really a Band-Aid without Wagner, but Abies with the putback, and it's exactly what Coach Bozzella worried about. That offensive glass belongs to St. John's.
Yeah, really good job. St. John's has dominated that all day. That is why they are winning this basketball game right now. They have completely dominated the offensive side of glass.
Woodard from 3. Makes it. Ari Woodard.
The freshman's not going down. She said, you know what? Life's about opportunities, and this is hers. Jada Eads out for the year. This is her chance to play, and she is stepping up big time for the Pirates.
Again, normally averages just 3.5 minutes a game, and Wyatt doesn't make that one. A fight for possession, just battling. Bodies on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like a jump ball is going to go St. John's way. I don't think they called the foul there. But Seton Hall Big's got to do a lot better job helping to rebound. They're standing on the perimeter as Abies is crashing, as Wyatt is crashing. You see right on cue Coach Bozzella coming back with Valenzuela. They got to do a much better job of helping their guards rebound.
So I want to go back to Woodard for 1 second. So she's got 9 minutes thus far. Like I said, has only averaged 3.5, and she's only appeared in 12 games thus far. How about 7 points, 3 of 4 from the floor in 9 minutes, and an assist? So just a nice string pulled by Bozzella. Donald off the mark for 3. Abies battling for the rebound, and I believe they are calling a loose ball foul again, this time against Codio.
Yeah, I mean, right now Seton Hall's bigs are just getting bullied. That's all it is. Abies wants the ball more than Seton Hall does, and that's nothing that is coaching. That is just something that is pride. So Seton Hall has to try to get in there, and if they want to win this game, they have to figure out a way to rebound.
Abies is on her way to a double-double. She's got 10 boards, 8 points on 50% shooting.
Yeah, she just completely dominated the game today. We talked about her taking it personal, that they weren't guarding. You can see her celebrating as we go down the court, and she is taking her game to another level with that right now.
She's the game wrecker. That's what we're calling her.
She is. And again, Coach Bozzella going deep into his bench right now. As you see Cam Russ coming in, the transfer from Penn State, who hasn't played a lot of minutes too. So Coach Bozzella is trying to find that spark, trying to find that person that can keep Abies and Wyatt off the glass.
And interesting, you know, what does it say to the starters or the players that usually play big minutes when, you know, you're in a winnable game, but a game that you're losing, and you see some of these other players come in?
That's just a sign that maybe more on you, right? Like, yes. I wasn't ready for this moment. I wasn't ready for the situation, so Coach has got to go to somebody else. And again, it's just tough. He's trying to figure out, Coach Bozzella and his staff are trying to figure out who to go to. And the one thing we've talked obviously so much about Eads, but she's a great rebounding guard too. She averages 7-8 rebounds a game, so you're taking that away too. So again, they're Seton Hall just trying to find their identity without her, and I think they found something with Woodard today.
Pinkney over to Rust. Valenzuela can't get the layup, but Woodard with the offensive rebound. Another big play by Woodard.
Seton Hall, I don't know if they recognize that the shot clock did not reset right there.
Oh my goodness, what a save by Jacayla Kraft.
What a putback by the sophomore. We talk about offensive rebounding. She's done a great job today, as you see Wahi just breaks some ankles right there, breaking the press.
Donald for 3, got it. Crowd is going nuts here at Carnesecca.
Yeah, big time 3 by the senior guard. 8 threes today for St. John's, which is a really big bonus for them.
Valenzuela can't get the friendly roll. Abies fighting for the rebound. They call a held ball. Abies was not going to let go of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. But you got to give credit to Jacayla Kraft, because she is at least matching Abies' physicality, her will to win. You see right there the big 3 by the senior. But she's matching this. She wants to win. The rest of the Seton Hall players got to get on board.
All right, we got a timeout here. We're going to catch our breath and step aside. We'll be right back. St. John's 58, Seton Hall 50. Great day to be at Carnesecca Arena for the Pink Game, which supports the Play 4K Foundation. Good a time as any to talk about the series history between these two Big East rivals. St. John's actually owns a 50-41 lead all time in the series, but Seton Hall has won 6 of the last 7 meetings, including a sweep of the home and home last season. But St. John's did win the season prior here at Carnesecca, February 13th, 2024. Looking to once again add to the chapter in this storied rivalry.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's St. John's ball here, and actually the table had Seton Hall, but the referee just came and said when that jump ball happened in the corner, it wasn't a jump ball. Someone was out of bounds, so the table had changed the arrow, not realizing whose ball it was. So that's why St. John's has the ball here coming out instead of Seton Hall.
Interesting. I mean, feels like an important possession and an important time to have possession.
Very.
Donald finds Waheed. Goes off the bounce. Floater is good for beautiful Waheed, and she's up to 11 points.
Yeah, really good take there by Waheed. She put Seton Hall in a defensive.
Yeah, a quandary.
Thank you. I was thinking it couldn't make it work because she went downhill so fast, and she was able just to get the ball up on the rim and attack.
Catalan trying to make something happen. Beautiful finish for Savannah Catalan. She's got 11 now.
Yeah, both teams trading baskets. It's going to come down to who can get stops.
Woodard gets the ball back for Seton Hall. Catalan over to Kraft. 3 is long. Wyatt with the board. And they say it'll stay St. John's ball.
Yeah, really good job there. You see Waheed putting the ball down, but good job by Seton Hall getting the turnover, getting the wide open 3, just not able to knock it down. St. John's able to get that rebound and avoid the turnover.
I mean, this is really crunch time, I think, is putting it mildly, especially for Seton Hall.
And another turnover right there. Really good job by the official being on top of that. Seton Hall getting their hand in that, and that's something that's going to make Coach Tartamello go crazy is those unforced turnovers. Right there, because Seton Hall wasn't doing anything but switching. So St. John's got to take care of the ball at the end of the game.
What do you want to see from Seton Hall here?
I would love to see a shot for Catalan or for Valenzuela, but a shot where they get an open look, not a forced shot. So something where they move the ball side to side and then they're able to get downhill.
And instead, Catalan decides to take it herself and do what she does so well, which is draw contact.
Yeah, when you're the all-conference player that she is and you want to win the game, you got to put the team on your back. And you saw Coach Tartamello there scream to his team, get off, get in the paint. They're going to force Seton Hall to take the threes. He doesn't want them going downhill.
So the Big East leader in free throw percentage, Savannah Catalan.
This is who you want at the line in clutch games. She's able to make the first. I didn't want to jinx her again.
By the way, she did get recognized this week on the Big East honor roll for the 5th time this season after those 17 points, 7 in the 4th quarter at Georgetown, and then the 15 points against Creighton.
Six-point game here. Really big minute. Is St. John's going to be able to get a score? Seton Hall going to be able to get a stop.
That was a close
Yes, it was. My heart skipped a beat on that one.
Close call. And Joe Tartamella sees it, wants to settle his team down. He will take a timeout.